What is up, Domeless family? Alright, you guys. So, I was reading through some emails, and apparently, we need to go over how to clean this because, well, time's gone by and my old videos are irrelevant, so we're gonna make some new ones. I even cleaned up for you guys. Alright, so, first of all, the ceramics, it's just ceramics. Don't ever feel like you're going to break it by putting a little bit of elbow grease into it. Just go ahead, crank on it. If you do break it by cranking on it, call me. We'll we'll fix it for you. All right. So just no worries on that. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this off. This is how this comes off. Let's look at this heater real quick. Um. Okay. So to get this out of here, it's kind of just a bob and weave. Oops, look at that. I'm already fucking it up. I just like to go up and down while I'm rotating it and kind of pulling it out of the slot at the same time. See how that works? Uh, I know it's a little tricky, but it took me a couple years to figure out a way of just protecting these wires. These wires are so fragile. This is the Achilles tendon in this design. These wires are made of nickel, a nickel alloy, and nickel it's very heat resistant. So what that does is it prevents the heat from coming from right here down into this plastic. That's why this doesn't catch on fire when you leave it on all the time. So yeah, that's that. But the problem is it work hardens just like a paper clip. So when you bend it, it gets harder and harder, and as it gets harder and harder, it gets more and more brittle. And well, just like ice, when you bend it to a certain point, it just yeah. Sorry, get all I get all emotional when I'm doing my explanations. So I'm just gonna bob and weave this guy in there, right? Just like that. There should be plenty of room. There should be. If there isn't, call me. We'll fix it for you. Alright, so that's the heater. That's how you get it into the nut. Alright, the way I clean these is I just put it through the stove and I crank it on high. And then I just let it turn on, right? Or actually, I turn it on medium first. And then I wait for it to equalize the temperature and then I turn on high. So you don't want the you don't want the temperature to um, be different throughout the whole nail. You want it to be pretty much equal because about an hour later, so yeah, that's that. So the trick is to just keep it evenly heated when you're heating it. Alright, so you're gonna want a torch, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning at my house, so we're gonna use the fucking Burns-O-Matic. Wake everybody up. Because why wouldn't we, right? Alright, and then you're gonna want to have your fan on for this one. So in case you can't hear me, I'm just gonna explain what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the torch and I'm just gonna not heat it in one place. I'm just gonna try and heat the whole thing pretty evenly. I'm gonna bring it up to a slight glow. Once it's glowing, then it's like 2,000 degrees or some retarded freaking temperature like that. You definitely don't want to touch it. That's what I know. So once it gets to that point, all that black residue, it's going to turn to ash. And then once it comes down, the ash is going to be the same color as the bowl, white, and then you can use a Q-tip and clean it out. You don't need to use alcohol. You could just like use a little bit of water, spit on it, put it in your mouth, whatever, wobble it around, and you should be good to go. Alright, let's do it. and turn off the fan, and there it is, nice and clean. So don't go picking it up right away, 'cause that'll fuck up your life really quick. But yeah, give it about whatever you would usually wait if you were using a torch to dab something. And yeah, but hope this video was helpful. If you need any further help, just pick up the phone, call me. And other than that, happy dabbing.